Daesh remains on the agenda, and whilst the huge effects of Russia's invasion of Ukraine quite naturally have caught many people's attention, and quite rightly significant focus on addressing the threat there, the threat of Daesh hasn't gone away, and the commitment of the global coalition, and the UK, an important part of that global coalition, remains. And so jets are still flying, people are still working in the headquarters, our Iraqi security forces are continuing to take the fight to Daesh. So whilst it hasn't necessarily caught the headlines in the way it might have done in the past, the focus on defeating Daesh remains absolutely alive and determined and well.
Okay, the team commander will be at the front, and he's the pathfinder for the route.
The training provided by British forces and other members of the global coalition is really starting to pay dividends now. We have seen successively, year on year, a reduction in Iraq of the number of Daesh attacks, and critically the sophistication and lethality of those attacks. That hasn't happened by accident. The basis of the training provided by coalition forces, UK amongst them, has provided the foundation for the Iraqi security forces to take the fight to Daesh in the bed-down locations up in the mountains, and various other locations around Iraq. And what we have seen, particularly this year, is increasingly sophisticated combination of manoeuvre, fires working across the Kurdistan coordination line. So Peshmerga forces trained by British forces in Besmaya, for example, and other Iraqi security forces to the south of the Kurdistan coordination line. So the training provided that foundation, and that investment is really paying dividends now. The strength of Daesh is diminishing over time in terms of numbers, in terms of their command and control, the sophistication of their leadership, and their ability to enjoy the freedom of action that they might have had in the past. They're not able to control ground. We recall the so-called caliphate, where the swathe of land across Iraq and Syria, almost the size of Great Britain, was taken. Well, they have been diminished. And post Baghouz in March 2019, we see a Daesh that is not how it was, it's far removed from how it was. And so it's now focused on our partner forces, who are doing a tremendous job in chasing Daesh down where they find them and making sure that the enduring defeat is achieved. The commitment of the international community to ensure that Daesh stays down, and the international community with Iraqi partners are able to finish the job is critically important. And incredible sacrifices have been made by our partners in the region. Incredible sacrifices have been made by members of the global coalition, and incredible commitment by the global coalition over a number of years to making sure that we rid of the scourge of Daesh's hateful ideology and methods. So it remains absolutely critical that we continue to invest and make sure we see this through to the end. It is impossible to define an end date, and it is also impossible to rub our crystal ball and assess what might emerge from the near future. But what I can say with absolute certainty is we are committed to finishing the job whenever the end is.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.